Hi, Kevin, and thank you so much for meeting with me today, and thank you for having me as your financial planner. I've gathered the data that you provided from our first meeting and put together a financial plan. Please take a read through it and let me know if you have any questions. Today, I want to go over the analysis of your potential sale of your primary residence. I know that you both are planning to retire sometime this year and like to travel the world for a few years. So if you are to sell this home, we have to discuss the tax implications. So the home currently is valued at $900,000, and this greatly exceeds your tax basis at $420,000. This means that you will have capital gain of about $426,000. However, you will not have to pay tax on this entire amount of gain. And how I got to that gain amount is that I take your $900,000 and I have a $54,000 of selling expenses, and that is 6% for real estate commission off of $900,000. That gives me the amount realized of $846,000. Less the adjusted basis of $420,000, we get to the $426,000. Now, for your adjusted basis calculation, I know that you've provided an amount for me, but when we get a chance, let's go through how you calculate this basis, because there are many factors that can increase or decrease your adjusted tax basis. For the gain exclusion, as you know, there is a gain exclusion maximum of $500,000 for couples who are married filing jointly. And for single taxpayers, there is an exclusion of $250,000. There are many criteria that you have to meet in order to take the maximum exclusion of $500,000. So let's go through each one. The first one is married filing jointly. And based on your tax filings, you've met this criteria. The second criteria is that either of you must meet the ownership test by owning the home for at least 2 years. Now, Kevin, since you own the home many years, this criteria has been met. Also, since you've gifted 50% of your home to Anne is also deemed to own the home for the same length that you've owned the home. So for the third criteria, both of you must meet the use test by living in the home as your primary residence for at least 2 years. Kevin, I know you lived in this home for many years, so you are good on this criteria. And however, I believe you've only lived in this home for about 18 months, and that's 6 months less than the 24 months minimum. So to ensure this criteria is met, I recommend that the sale of this home takes place after June 30th, 2016. And the last criteria is that during this 2-year period prior to the sale date, neither of you have excluded gain from a sale of a different home. Kevin, as discussed, you did not have any home transactions in the last 2 years. And, however, I believe you have sold a home 18 months ago and excluded $250,000 on your tax return. Because of that, we have failed this criteria. So in order to not fail it, I recommend again selling the home after June 30th, 2016. And this correlates with criteria number 3. So let's just keep June 30th, 2016 as the earliest date that you should sell the home. And if you met all of the criteria, your entire gain amount of $426,000 is excluded, and this results in no tax from this gain on sale. Now, if you are planning to sell the home prior to June 30th, 2016, only $250,000 of the gain will be excluded. So this results in $176,000 of taxable gain with a capital gains rate of 15% because you are in the 28% tax bracket. Your federal tax would be $26,400. There's no net investment income tax on the sale of personal residence. And as mentioned, you live in a state with no income tax. So you are only required to pay the federal tax. So with the sale, if you've met the criteria and you have 0 tax paid, then your proceeds from the sale would be $396,000. And I got that from taking $846,000 less the mortgage balance of $450,000. With no tax, your proceeds is $396,000 as discussed. And so, this is a great way to get some cash tax-free, and I would really recommend that you consider selling this home, but only after June 30th, 2016. Now, look through that and think about what you would like to do with the home, and we can discuss your decision next time we meet. And I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. Thank you again for taking time to meet with me today, and I hope to speak to you soon.